Okay, so just to recap what we were talking about before we hit record, we had said let's do a challenge, kind of following sort of like the Dave Ramsey steps or that kind of thing, towards financial independence and security. And the first step is saving $1,000 and or 6 months of expenses. And to make this kind of a real challenge, more comparable, we're going to sort of artificially limit the amount of spending that we have, discretionary spending beyond food, rent, gas, that sort of thing, to some arbitrary number. I'm not sure we don't know what number yet. We're going to take a look at your expenses to come up with that number. And then out of that number, try to save $1,000 bucks. So if, say, we're spending $500 a month on discretionary spending and we want to save $1,000, we need a minimum 2 months, but it could stretch out a lot longer depending on how much we spend on going out to eat, buying coffee, buying clothes, that kind of thing. So we're going to be limiting ourselves. Me more so than still working full time, and you're only working kind of part time.
Well, yeah. So I'm down to 20 hours a week now at my job, and that's going to be ending soon, hopefully this month or next month. But basically, I'm starting at zero income, so I won't have to pretend quite as hard as you. But I'm just looking at my expenses right now, and I'm trying to eliminate stuff like health, like hospital bills and stuff like that. Or maybe I should include that.
Good question.
Yeah, just to get a grasp on what my costs are. Get rid of my car. Well, actually, I'll keep. Yeah, car and gas is weird this year just because I haven't used a car and gas. All right, let me share my screen real quick. All right, so this is my 2001 finances, and you can see my rent. We're not going to include rent, right? So
right.
There we go. So I have personal, social, restaurant, utilities. Like utilities, gas,
and health.
And you want to get rid of health as well?
Yeah, because that's so variable.
That's true. Okay. So this is what my discretionary income is, and it fluctuates.
You're spending or income?
This is all costs. Everything here is the spending.
So what's the average?
So averages, you can't tell averages here, but I can. Let me pull up.
So what happened in June?
I paid for a business coaching course.
Okay.
So that's a one-time thing, and because I'm a cash-based, meaning I realize things when they happen. That's why it's so big right there. But hopefully, I'll be making that money back soon. We'll see. All right. So here's the averages.
So should we take that number out to keep from giving ourselves more than we should?
Yeah, I guess I could pull out that number. So like the average for personal then, that's going to be $99 a month. So I could get rid of personal. Personal. There you go. Okay.
Okay. So 500, 600, 550 maybe a month seems like a good number.
So that's the average for personal, except for that one huge expenditure.
Right.
Yeah. So the average here is about $700 a month, including personal.
700. Oh, I see, because the 99.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's $99 on average per month on personal stuff. So $700 is my discretionary spending.
Okay. Um, should we
So
do this, say, what's 700 per month times 12 is 8,400 divided by 52. I gotta pull out my calculator.
there you go. I mean, the way to look at this is that if I could go 2 months without spending a dime on clothing, transportation, restaurants, and being social, and whatever miscellaneous is, it's random, then I could hit my goal of $1,000 safety net in 2 months.
Yeah. So let's try 160 bucks per week because, well, I don't know. Do you try? Maybe it's better to just do month by month. Up to you, really.
For our income, or what are we? You lost me. What are we doing?
Spending target or spending maximum.
Our spending maximum. Oh, I see. So
160 a week or 700 a month.
okay. That sounds reasonable. Though there's probably a couple articles out there.
What kind of articles?
So, in other words, the average household income has $1,730 each month. So 700 is $1,000 less than the average. But
We're working.
we're not working with average people because, like, we know the average gets super skewed by people that are making more. It doesn't provide a good snapshot. Perfect. Discretionary income. Here we go. So, the decile, like you're in the bottom first decile, so that means there's only like 10% of people like you,
Yeah.
or I should say the back. There you go. 70% of American households actually have less than the average that we were just talking about.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to find the actual numbers. There we go. And this is why you do homework ahead of time.
Yeah.
Whoa. Negative 9,730. Wow.
Negative 900, 700. What?
So like the first 20% of people, the lowest, are actually in the negative. And then if you're in the third 30th place, there's 30 people lower than you. The third dentile, whatever it is,
Right.
you have a discretionary income of 951.
Okay.
So like at 700 discretionary income, we're right at there's only a few percentages of people that match that,
Okay. Okay. That's
So I think
good.
700 is really good.
Okay. So now I have to actually make a budget and stick to it, which I've not done in a while.
Yeah, so that means by giving yourselves $700 of discretionary income, we have to save up $1,000. So that means it's going to take us a little bit over a month, hopefully, assuming that we don't spend anything. So let's assume 2 months in total.
I meant the no spend September before the video started, so it's the thing where you try to not spend any money for a month other than, food, rent, gas, things you have to live. So this would be cutting out any kind of clothes, any going out to eat. You know, I'm probably not going to be able to hit that no, absolutely no spend in September, but I'll do my best. And, you know, anything I do spend, I'll subtract from that 700, try to really keep that number down.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing is to remember is that the reason why we're doing this is in the case of emergencies. So like if we're starting from like a theoretical zero, and let's say people are starting their emergency fund from zero, you know, you don't have to panic or berate yourself because you spent $10 on a coffee or, you know, lunch out with your friend who came visiting from California. You know,
Right.
it's more important that you feel that you're on track. You know, so if it takes you 2 months, maybe 3 months to get there, as long as you are on track to get there, that's the most important thing. There, soapbox.
Right.
But yeah, and so we want to talk about a little bit about where we're going, you know, and why are we doing this? So like, yeah, we want $1,000 in the bank, and this is our first step. But what's the last step? Well, the last step, my friends, is getting $1,000 monthly in passive income. By passive income, that means that you are not exerting any effort at the point of time you're earning it. So like you might have put a lot of work into getting there, but you're no longer putting in the effort to get that amount. So usually like you're paying people to do the work for you, and or you're doing investments that don't require work on your behalf.
Right.
Cool.
And this designed around having the flexibility to work less or have time to pursue things that you're really passionate about.
Yeah, because don't we all want more time?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. All right. So there's our challenge. So if you want to join us, we have a fantastic tool that we're not sponsored by. We're not affiliates. I don't think they have an affiliate program. If they do, let us know.
Office, I just joined last week and I've used it 4 or 5 days now. So
yeah,
really,
actually, let me pull it up so people could say, and then we could debate about what it's called. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. And we haven't set up a challenge yet, but you could look in the description below to find out how to join our challenge for the $1,000 saves. So dismiss this alert. So here I am. I am a level 90 warrior. Woo! I've been going for like 2.5 years now in this software. So all it is a task list software. So it's a to-do list, except it is RPG themed. So you could be warriors, mages, you know, assassins. I forget what else you could be. And by doing the things that you want to get done, you could go ahead and level up, and fight monsters, and join teams, and get golden panda steeds. So it's free to play. You know, there's no cost. They do like a little pop-up at the beginning, but you will find our challenge here as soon as we set it up, and it will be tagged under finance. So we'll link again to the description below once we set that up, because we are clearly prepared. And you could join us on this getting the emergency nest egg. And this is one out of the many steps that we're going to go for to get to the $1,000 a month in passive income.
Yeah. Meal planning. I don't know. I don't know. That's going to.
Yeah, I don't know what these challenges are and why they're under finance, but you know, I think it's a really cool thing, and I've been doing my tasks and leveling up for quite a while. So stretching. You can see my stretching streak is 0. I have not stretched.
I can really, you know, save a lot more money, you know, real money in grocery, buying groceries smart. So, you know, shopping at Aldi's instead of Wegmans for everything, not buying the already pre-prepared meals as often. There's a lot of money in there. So I guess with the meal planning, there's a big financial benefit, as well as the health benefits and convenience.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of ways. So like we're starting with 700. If you're have a discretionary income. Just discretionary income means like after all your absolute necessities. So that's food, necessity, rent, probably a necessity, utilities, probably a necessity, and any like health things that you're required to have to live. So like whatever is after that, that is your discretionary income.
Right.
Cool.
But the required spending is things like groceries, because there's a lot of money to be saved.
Yeah, I mean, you could always tweak that, but like food is the last thing I will cut. Like I'll notice I'm like buying way too many cheeses or something like that, and like I might switch it out. But like I will never feel guilty buying food.
Okay. Personal
That's my
choice.
one rule. That's what personal to make me happier because like I'm just miserable if I don't have food. Like I can't
Yeah.
function. So everyone has their own absolutes. That's mine.
Right.
Of food.
Expensive cheeses though, that's a big one.
Yeah, cheese is something. It's my weakness. I can't go without it. Like I've tried the vegans diets. I know they're healthier, but I love cheese. So,
Sure.
all right, very cool. Let's rub our I forget what we call it. Dimes too.
Times two.
Yeah, we need to come up with like this cool graphic of like two dimes like rolling in or like flipping coins. Something like
Right.
that. That'd be cool. Awesome.
Well, that's a good video.
Okay, end the recording.
Yeah.